What does Marsha Brady, Drew Barrymore, a.k.a. Josie Grossi and Never Been Kissed, and America Ferrera and Ugly Betty all have in common? Marsha Brady, in a particular episode of The Brady Bunch, Drew Barrymore, a.k.a. Josie Grossi and Never Been Kissed, and America Ferrera and Ugly Betty.
Braces?
Braces.
They all had braces.
Nice.
My daughter's going through a little bit of dental issues at the moment at 6 years old. We're trying to avoid getting braces. She said when told to her, we want to make it so you don't get braces. She said, Daddy, I want braces.
Oh, right. Yeah, for sure.
Old school metal braces. Old school train track braces are making a comeback. In fact, they are now considered something cool that they never were in the 70s or 80s. Orthodontists say they are noticing a spike in interest in the once uncool oral appliances.
Ooh, oral.
There is one person in this room. Now, I had braces. But somebody in here had whack teeth. Oh. Did you ever have braces, Ryan?
Did I ever have braces? We've talked many times in this podcast how I come from a very proud English background. The English are known for having horrible teeth.
So you're blaming your braces issue on an entire...
Yeah, he can.
Can
it's
he?
A fact.
Roz is from England. Roz, you got beautiful teeth.
Yeah, did you ever have braces, Roz? Retainers, so she didn't have braces.
So I'm going to say...
Don't lump her in.
1 in 10 Brits have good teeth. I had the buckiest of buck teeth. Way too many teeth for my head. In fact, I had to get 4 wisdom teeth pulled and 4 other teeth pulled just to make room for my teeth.
Well, I think we sang a song by Crowded Mouth.
Right. That's right.
Right?
Hey now, let's pull those teeth out.
Now, it seems that braces are seemingly becoming more popular these days among Gen Z and even adults who have apparently no problem with putting their corrective can openers on full display to see. Did you ever... I was embarrassed. I got them later in my life. I was married, actually, when I got them. My wife wasn't overly happy with the way that some of my teeth were. we got them done. But it seems like now more kids are super stoked, almost like a rite of passage to go old school braces.
Old Black & Decker Pecker Wreckers.
Yeah, that's right.
Have any of your children expressed any interest in getting braces?
It's funny you say that. I'll jump in and say that my eldest son is getting his wisdom teeth pulled, and after that, then the braces go on. And we're a little late to the party with that because his aren't. Fortunately, my wife is of Scottish descent, and I guess they have better teeth up north, right? And so at least my first 2 sons, the other guy's too little, have good teeth. They just need a little how's your father tune-up, right? And so, but they have zero issue about putting on braces. It's not a big deal at all.
It's cool now. My older son had Invisalign, so he was in that Invisalign trend where everybody had that. Now it's not cool anymore. And I think my little one, if he needs braces, because he's 11, he'll go silver.
The Invisalign was an option for mine, and they both just want regular braces.
I know, it's crazy. But the Invisalign takes a certain kid. You have to be really on top of it because you can take them out, brush them. But I don't think my little one would handle it as well as my older one.
Right. They say dentists across the world say people are begging for the classic metal braces instead of the less noticeable options like Invisalign. Do you remember when you were in high school, you could buy fashion glasses? So you could just wear them like you had glasses. It was almost like a hip hoppy preppy kind of thing that you would do, at least in the 90s in high school, where you would just wear glasses but not having glasses.
Non-prescription, right?
Some people who don't even need braces are buying fake ones.
Oh, wow.
Just to hop on the brace face trend.
So these would be older people?
Or if you were in high school and you wanted to hit up some braces.
But when I was a teenager, early teens, it was cool to have a retainer. The rich kids had retainers. I made a retainer out of a paper clip at recess once, and I would wear it. My mom would be so upset because you're going to scratch your, tooth enamel. And I would put it in my mouth like I was what was that, Square Pegs? Remember her, Jamie Gertz?
Oh, right,
I think she had braces. So it was kind of cool back in the day to have some kind of silver in your mouth.
Because your teeth were so mashed up, did you ever rock the elastics?
Oh, yeah. I had the elastics.
Me too.
Did you have the elastics too?
Yep.
And then you get them tightened and it would hurt so much.
Oh.
Yeah.
And there was like one small little gap that just wasn't closing. It was like the British Army fighting back. They're like, no, we're taking stance. This is our, we'll fight them in the sea.
We'll
on the
fight them in
beaches.
your mouth.
We'll fight them in your mouth. We'll never give up this tooth. Anyway, so they eventually, I said, I'm done. I can't do it.
Yeah.
I'll have the gap, and I do, and that's why I have to floss so much because I have.
Because you still have. I had a mouth expander with a key because my top of my mouth was too narrow to fit all my teeth. So every night, half turn, half turn.
Crazy.
I think that's
got big.
what my daughter's getting. She's getting like a jaw expander, and she has this. It almost looks like a mouth guard for hockey right now to kind of expand her mouth so everything comes in normally. I never had it. I don't know anybody who did, but it seemed to be this trope of braces that at night you would rock the headgear.
My husband's mom made him wear headgear to the mall.
Oh my god!
To the mall because she's a dental hygienist. She's all about teeth. I said, "You did? You went to Burlington Mall, like the place to be with headgear?" Yep.
Oh my god!
Did you ever have headgear?
No. It wasn't that. I guess. I think that was phasing out. I did have a family member that had headgear, so it was still around, but it wasn't as popular. This would have been in the early 90s.
You know how they say that like a shark or an alligator, like the last known sort of dinosaurs on Earth. Whenever I think of like old timey turn of the century sort of like ways to get healthy or like old timey sort of whatever, the headgear I think is the last sort of breath of old school like medicine that is so you don't need it anymore.
Yeah.
And it was just like if you wanted to pinpoint a time, like mid 80s headgear was it.
He was late though because he's born in 81, so he was probably 90s even.
Yeah.
Maybe they found some old school
Maybe
in the back closet.
Now,
he's the last one in Canada to rock headgear.
Let me ask you a question, because Shauna, you have some weird kinks when it comes to men. For
Yes.
example, you love a guy with the slow blink.
I
right?
love a slow blink.
You love that slow blink.
Yeah.
You love Johnny's got the. What do you have, Johnny?
Salbutamol inhaler for.
Oh yeah. I love a guy with an inhaler.
Sometimes my bronchioles get inflamed.
She loves that. Now, do you love, because you see the odd adult, right, who maybe their teeth have shifted or they couldn't afford when they were younger? Do you like if you saw like a 45-year-old man in braces?
There was a dad at baseball last summer rocking braces, and I kind of did like it.
Yeah.
I did like it. He was also a firefighter, but still, yes, I did like it.
What
See? He was also a firefighter.
Yeah.
And had braces.
Uh-huh.
So like there's a bit of a column A, column B.
What if I had braces and I wore braces, like the suspenders? Is that a lot too much?
No, too much. Too much bracing going on.
I wasn't sure if you called them braces in this country. I know you call them suspenders.
Just so you know, when Ryan makes an English reference and then looks off camera, he's staring at our producer, Roz, who is from England.
Actually from there, you're not.
So it's almost like he's looking for her for like English approval
Roz,
for like what he's doing.
Roz, can you believe I'm being treated like this? Darling, help me out, love.
Oh my
Millions of people could be watching this podcast. He's performing for one person
I know.
in the room. But you know what? The crazy thing is no matter how much effort you put into your kids' teeth, they'll never say thank you.
No. Oh, no.
No, they will not. You want to know why? Because they don't like saying thank you.
Okay.
Funny you say that, Johnny, because I'm pulling up an article from the Daily Mail.
You're such an idiot.
It's from the Daily Mail, isn't it?
Unfamiliar.
It's an English website, son. It was like a newspaper, the old geezers. They go into the chippy and they would wrap the fish and geezer in the Daily Mail. And now you're John Lennon in the background.
I was so bored at your thing. I looked at my phone for a second and forgot that the sound wasn't on.
You know where John Lennon's from, son?
Oh God!
He's from Liverpool.
Out of all the clips, that could have played.
I got a chicken and a can of Coke. Can I get a chicken and a can of Coke? Oh yeah. Anyways, so it's a story about how the young don't like to say thank you, and they're mostly referencing to texting. They would much rather just send an emoji. But just to this whole generation, they actually feel uncomfortable saying thank you. They actually feel put out if they have to show thanks to you.
That's terrible.
So they have chosen other words that they like to use, and I'll give them that. Like they say cheers. English classic, eh, Roz?
Oh, jeez.
Cheers, Gov. You're right there, lovely. Cheers. they like to say cheers is more than thank you, but I just find it very interesting that they're so put off by just saying thank you. It's easier just to send an emoji, maybe like a thumbs up or something like that, to indicate thank you rather than saying thank you.
I'm a big thumbs up thank you guy online, on text.
Both or just the thumbs up?
What?
Like, do you say thanks with a thumbs
No.
emoji? That's what I do.
Oh,
Don't
I don't
just
know.
thumbs up. That's
I
rude.
do. Yeah,
It's
you're
rude.
right. No, but I will also have no problem saying thank you to your face
Yeah.
when I see you.
Right. I think that's incredibly rude. Like it says here, none of my mates say say thanks. It's awkward, it's outdated, and it feels forced. I'd rather just send a thumbs up emoji. That's what we all do.
I don't like. So that means, like, I hope it never gets to the point where in person they're just doing this.
If you're doing that, you better be the frickin' Fonz.
That's terrible. Why is it putting them out to say thank you? I don't like this at all, this trend.
No, but it's so funny because I find, like, as parents, like, you have to teach your kids certain things, and then they're eventually going to do their own thing. Go ahead.
Okay.
You just have an heart attack.
No, I was going to say something, but I was going because it sounded like you're coming to the end of a thought. But is it also because, like, if, say, your middle son who plays hockey,
Yes,
is texting with his buddies and be like, hey, can you lend me your hockey stick? And the answer is yes, and it's like a thumbs up saying thank you. Or if he was texting you, or was like, can you come get me at 4:00? Yeah, no problem. Thanks, Dad.
Right. Yeah, I don't even know what they do, to be honest with you.
My kid never says thanks on text, my older one. Never. It's always thumbs.
So is thumbs up now just an acknowledgement that I understand with what you are saying?
Okay. I don't really want to show this, but okay, so I'll show the camera because I don't know what we're talking about. That's me saying that's great, thank you, and then he just gives a
Thumbs up.
giant thumbs up. So yeah, that's what they do. Got to keep things private. It's probably a freaking recipe. I think it was like, hey, can you take me to the gym today? Like that's
Sure.
what they do, thumbs up, right?
Okay.
It's just a different planet for them. And in fact, when it comes to texting, my sons think it's hilarious that we do like ... So I'll be like,
And I love the ...
me too. And they're like, why do you do ... I'm like, it separates thought. So I'll be like, hey, can you do me a favor ... Can you take out the trash ... and be ready when I get home, right?
So they just don't like it because it's not technically proper English, where commas and periods also separate thought.
But it's
No,
not,
they
would
don't want
never.
any. They don't want any punctuation.
so they just want
whatsoever.
one single thoughts of
Yes.
all time. You
And
cannot
all
have multiple
small
thoughts.
caps. Small caps.
Or they'd rather you just like give them like 6 texts in a row,
Sure.
right? Like, hey, I'm coming home. Send. Can you take out the garbage? Send.
Right.
Are you going to be ready when I get home? Send. That's what
Okay.
they want.
Yeah.
So when you say that you drive your son to the gym and you thumbs up, when you go and pick him up, because it's obvious you don't join him in the gym, is like when you pick him back up and he gets in the car, does he say thanks for getting me?
Now we're fat shaming.
No, I'm just trying to make it obvious in case people are just listening to this on the audio and not on the YouTube.
Ross, is this geezer getting smart with me?
Does he, when he gets in the car, like after you go to the parking lot of the fast food restaurant, and then come back and get them, like what is the greeting when he gets in the car?
I'll put it this way: when they do say thank you, and I'm not saying they're even necessarily rude, but when they do say thank you, it does kind of stand out.
Oh,
it does
yeah.
kind of feel good.
Yeah.
And that's what in this article from the Daily Mail said that, like, let's not forget, like, a thank you goes a long way with the person receiving it.
Yes.
Now it is funny that I do take my son. It's about a 15-minute drive to the gym. I drive him to the gym, and then I drive home 15 minutes, and then I sit on the couch for 15 minutes, and then I drive back to the gym for 15 minutes, and then I drive home for 15 minutes.
So instead of creating like more of a bond between a father and a son in a mutual environment where you both can thrive, you have said fuck it, and you're just like, I'm just gonna go home and just do whatever, not better myself as a human in any way.
I never even thought about actually joining the gym with him.
Fair.
Because like the reason why I love him doing it, so I can't get mad because it's such a healthy thing. I just hate how much kilometers I'm putting in my car and gas and time I'm taking up.
So then if you just parked it,
Yes.
went in for an hour, saved the kilometers, and maybe took some kilometers off your human body by working out and trying to better yourself.
You know what I might do?
No.
I might drop him off and then stop at a cheeky little pub. Right?
Oh my God.
Have a couple pints,
terrible.
have a little tipple, throw a little darts and that. I sound like Mick Jagger now. And then guess what I would say?
It's even a discount if you both join, by the way.
Probably. And he probably has like a buddy pass.
Yeah.
He'll probably get you in like 4 times a month.
The pub? Oh, the gym. Oh, yeah. Oh yeah, pie for me and my son, please.
The best is now I have a kid that could pick me up from the pub.
Right? Oh.
Take himself to the gym, come back for mommy.
Can we talk about that? Can we talk about, so my oldest will be getting his license probably soon, and I can't, because when you're young and you get your driver's license, you want to drive. So he'll be excited to take his brother to the gym. And I can't wait for that, and I can't wait the first time where I'm hammered, and I get to get my kid comes to pick me up. Be like, son, the old man's had too many. Him and John.
They're not allowed for a while. The adult in the vehicle has to pass a sobriety test.
I was going to ask that. Like, now listen, we're in Ontario, Canada. The driving regulations wherever you're listening or watching can be a lot different. Yeah. But I believe that at least for the first little while you have a G license in the province of Ontario, you have to be with a licensed driver as well. But I don't think they could be shit canned.
No, they can't. Mike was so disappointed.
So basically what Ontario is saying, a 60-year-old driver is just as bad as a drunk driver.
You're an idiot.
Well, I'm just doing the logic. Am I wrong?
I think so.
Because
yes, it's wrong. You need to be sober.
So yeah, that sucks. You think I've ever acted sober? You know how many times going to the bars with the bouncers because you can't be drunk going in? You saw me in Cuba. Okay, so we were in Cuba.
This was amazing.
Side note, I was hammered. I was drunk. I was on the bus, and the bus driver was like, yeah, you can bring him on. No problem. It's Cuba, baby. So I was drinking, double fisting
into the bus. Can't walk straight to the bus.
So just so you know, when Ryan's telling the story about him being drunk in Cuba, when he's now looking off camera the other way, he's looking at Mike, our technical producer, who was in Cuba with him. So now Ryan is broadcasting to Mike.
I just have Mike as back. Mike, I was drunk.
Right, exactly.
Mike, was I drunk?
Yes.
Yes, I was. And Shauna was there, and so we're at the airport, and I'm hammered. And I remember I was talking to the family.
The French family.
Hey, what are you guys are crazy from Drummondville? And, God, I wish you were French so I could look at you. And so I was talking to this family. Remember, I was leaving the little girl and everything. And I was hammered. And then all of a sudden, they're like, excuse me, sir, your driver license or whatever you need, license and registration. And I turned like this. I was like, so that I'm from you can listen to me on the radio. Sir, we need your ID. Yeah, no problem, sir. Ryan Parker, Mississauga, or wherever I'm from. Blah, blah, blah.
I was live texting Johnny because he wasn't in Cuba. I said, your boy's fuck. He's not going to make it on this plane. What am I supposed to do?
Right.
And Johnny's like, just wait and see. Watch what he does. And sure enough, you sobered up with the customs. You even got to keep all your passes and stuff. And we all got confiscated.
Ryan gets serious sober real quick, like whenever he's in a serious situation. But then once that situation's over, he's back to his...
It's a superpower.
It really is.
And so you think that if my son gets pulled over and I'm hammered in the passenger and he says, hey, Dad, the popo's on us, I'll be like this. I know. I'll be, go get some Whoppers on the way home. Cops. Hello, Officer Ryan Parker. You ever listen to me on Q107? It's a radio program now we're on from 6 to 10. Hey, we got $100 McDonald's gift cards this week. You want to play our games? Oh, man, eh? What are we talking about? Braces? This is what I look like. This is what I look like when I was... If you see on camera.
I hated braces, by the way. But you know what? If you have a daughter, which you do, Johnny, keep them on around age 15, 16. Real blocker.
Sorry, why?
Because
what would my daughter be doing at 15 years old?
Well, where I'm from.
Yeah, she's not. So
on the bleachers?
No, I'm just wondering what you're about to say about my daughter.
It delayed it a little bit.
Delayed what? I don't understand. My daughter's 6.
That's what I'm saying. Don't put them on too soon.
Okay, but what would my beautiful, pure 6-year-old daughter? I don't understand. Like she can't she can't eat corn on the cob. I don't understand what you're saying.
Daddy, how come my brace is from 15 to 32?
It's good. Put them on a teenage girl. You know what I mean?
I don't know what you mean, which is why I keep can you explain it, please?
Shauna, if you're talking about relations, I looked at girls with braces as a challenge. Right?
You did?
See if you can dig around it.
There's a reason God gave us boys. You know that, right?
Oh, yeah. What did they say? With boys, you only have one dink to worry about?
Yeah.
Badparentsandcuriouscast.ca. Thank you so much for paying attention to this podcast. We really appreciate it. If you know what Shauna's talking about 15-year-old girl in braces, just email us because I don't know what you're talking about. My daughter like that.
No, put them on too soon.
Okay, I don't know my benefits to say I can put them on whenever I want. That's been the Bad Parents Podcast. Enjoy your day.